Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free to subscribe. What time is it? What, 4 o'clock in the morning? Oh man. So I'm just heading back. I saw Reggie Owens' video. Go subscribe to his channel. I literally just got done in the arena. I couldn't hear the Brian Kenny interview, and I just watched it 6 minutes. I saw it on YouTube, and it's a disgusting interview. Terrible, disgusting interview. I was completely disgusted. Man, I'm just gonna say they have an agenda. Oh, we're going to talk about this live tomorrow night. Well, tonight now, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Feel free, come on into the barbershop, man. We're going to talk about this in agenda-driven media. And the Brian Kenny was, how is Fox a billion-dollar company when they're not prepared? Listen, Fox should have, in my humble opinion, I'm just being real. I've never done live. I've never produced live TV, but I have common sense. You guys know I've Emmy nominated and all that shit, done just over a handful of films and all documentaries. And this should have been a sit-down interview. Why are they in the arena? This should have been a scripted interview, allowing Errol Spence to be comfortable and tell his side of the story and answer the questions which will propel the sport of boxing beyond this being a hell of a miracle. You know, it was I'll be honest, when I saw Earl, I was in the aisleway, and coincidentally, not on purpose, completely on accident, I was watching Earl shake hands behind the scenes, because they showed it on the arena TVs. I don't know if y'all saw it on TV, saw the scene on TV, but Earl was shaking hands with people in the dressing room, and I was literally having a conversation with Derek James's brother, L, and a few other media outlets. I don't know if they want me to mention their name in this video. And I got an emotional response. You know, I was like, damn, like, fucking miracle. Like, it touched my heart to see Earl back in this environment. Like, it genuinely, like I was happy, you know, and it just made me respond that way. And Fox, Brian Kenny, discussing this. He told this nigga drive safe. He told this nigga to drive safe. He owes us a public apology. It was disgusting. It was the worst. It should have been a scripted one-on-one interview, not in front of thousands of boxing fans. Like, even when they supposed to care, they don't care. You know what I mean? Brian, he did the same thing to Floyd Mayweather. He was genuinely just pushing buttons. His ending was scripted. Drive safe. And obviously, to quote him, obviously, drive safe. This is why we need to... This is why I have my channel. This is why I'm unwavering. This is why I will not stop. I can't stop. And you can't stop me, because I pay my own way to everything. I don't... People say, oh, like I read the comments, right? And the comments say, oh, you're going to get banned from this. How can I get banned when I buy my own tickets? How can I get banned when I buy my own plane tickets? See, I don't need handouts. I don't desire or aspire to get anything free. I don't. And I think it's incredibly important. It's two-pronged. It's two-pronged. Where, yes, as black media, we need to search high and low for the truth. And on the flip side, black athletes need to come to black media. This was disgusting, man. This was fucking disgusting. So you mean to tell me Fox can fly to Alabama, spend there 6 weeks in Alabama, 7 weeks in Alabama, weeks in Texas. Who else has done? Weeks in Vegas. Where else have they been? Luis Ortiz. They can go to Leo Santa Cruz gym, right? And do one-on-one with Leo Santa Cruz. But they can't go to Dallas, Texas and have a sit-down with Earl Spence. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't know which side is the best side of his face, but that's what the side, if you're going to use one camera, if you're going to use a one-camera shot, it should be the shot that's the best side of his face. I don't know if it's, I'm just speaking just from a producer's or a director's perspective, man. Brian Kenny had no care in the world. He was so detached from the interview. He was so ruffled and shoveled and so disheveled, excuse me. Brian Kenny owes Earl Spence a public apology. Fox owes Earl Spence a public apology. He told the nigga to drive safe. Do they tell Bob Arum at the interviews, don't fix fights? Do they tell Oscar at the end of the interviews, drive safe? Don't touch any more little girls? Are you still taking weird pictures? They don't ask Canelo at the end of interviews, how's the meat? They don't ask Marquez, what you drinking? You know what I mean? Like, why are we? Man, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Not that the apology means anything, but we said it when Brian Kenny was hired. He won't do the job. The same thing I said at Top Rank, and I genuinely believe I created this job. Why is Mark Kriegel doing the interviews when you got Andre Ward and Timothy Bradley with Terrence Crawford? Shouldn't they be doing the interviews? The very next fight, Andre Ward is doing a one-on-one interview in a controlled environment with Terrence Crawford. Why isn't this interview in a controlled environment? That's all I'm saying. It was disgusting, man. It was flat out disgusting. And it was disgusting. It was terrible, man. It was terrible. Fox and Brian Kenny are disgusting. They told this man to drive safe. What does drive safe have to do with fighting Manny Pacquiao? Have to do with his health? Have to do with him watching his fellow brother fight? You don't do shit like that. You wouldn't go up to Danny Benavidez and say, don't do coke, right? You wouldn't go up to, you wouldn't say to Adrian Broner, any more legal cases. Stay out of jail, stay out of, you wouldn't go up to Tank Davis and say, have you knocked down a woman's phone? And the list go. You wouldn't go up to Floyd and say, are you going, if you're planning on having any more kids, do you think you're going to hit your baby's mother? That's how insensitive that shit was. Do you understand where I'm coming from? It's just disgusting, man. I'm gonna come back and I might do a video on this every day this week. That's how disgusting it is. It's disgusting. It's flat out disgusting. Brian Kenny is disgusting. This is why I am so proud of me and what I, you know how hard it is to do what I do and not ask for nothing, not ask for anything, excuse me, and still do my job. You know what I mean? I have no desire to ever get a media credential ever again from anybody, anyone, any organization. I don't. That don't define me. I can afford $500, $300 for a ticket to the fight. Man, I'm saddened by this. I'm saddened by this. The amount of love that I have, I mean, for every fighter that fights, but more importantly, my black brothers, like, and our black sisters that fight, I would never ask Claressa Shields, man, can your brother be trusted? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, dog. Like this is this is beyond my own understanding. I'm disgusted. I'm tired. I'm fatigued, excuse me. Lincoln has a recital in the morning. I don't even know if I'm so disgusted. I may not even sleep tonight. Like, I'm literally that disgusted. They just don't care. If he is the second most, I mean, let's be fair. His ceiling, well, he's younger than Deontay Wilder. So his ceiling, because Deontay Wilder said, I got 6 years and that's it. Earl is, how old is Earl, y'all? 29, 30? So obviously, potentially, he has longer in the game just based off of age, you know? Maybe he fights till he's 37. That's longer than Deontay Wilder. So his ceiling and potential is much more longer and stronger than Deontay Wilder's, that is, right? So he's either 1 or 2, depending on your metrics, as the most important person in the PBC stable. And they treat him like this? ESPN is changing Lomachenko's record. And Fox and Brian Kenny treats Errol Spence like this? It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's deplorable. This is why I tell everybody, stop letting these motherfuckers tell our story. Stop letting people tell our story. Man, when you stand for the truth, man, so help me God. When you stand for the truth, so help me God, people going to be against you. And it's okay. It's okay. Stand for the truth, y'all. Stand for something. The biggest thing in that interview was the disrespect Fox and Brian Kenny had for Errol Spence. It was a 6-minute rushed interview with no organization. Earl answered the same questions 4 times, 5 times. Elevate the conversation. And the obvious question is, what would you have done? Like all the haters, what would you have done? I realized, you know what I realized this weekend? 1, I am more popular than most fighters. I am more important to the sport of boxing than most fighters. Than many fighters, not most, than many fighters. 2, I drive so much content. Whew, I'm that nigga in real life as it relates to this shit. My algorithms, YouTube holding me back from reality, man. How many pictures I take tonight? How many people walk up to me and was like, Barbershop, man, I fucking love you. You inspired the shit out of me, this and that. And the reason what leads me to say, because the obvious question is, Fred, what would you have? All the haters on me, what would you have done? And I need the haters to keep on boosting my algorithms. Keep on disliking the videos and keep on commenting. I need y'all, okay? I'm not shying away from y'all. Like, I genuinely need y'all to keep on doing that. And I also need my supporters to keep on sharing and spreading the videos, okay? I love y'all to death. Please continue to do that. I would have called Earl. Simple. It's his first I mean, keep in mind, I'm Emmy nominated, y'all. Y'all see the degrees on my wall when I go live? Y'all see how concentrated and how direct I am, and how I know how to elevate an interview? I got the top 3 interviews of the year. Eddie Hearn, Gary Russell, Andre Ward. Does anybody in media have any 3 interviews that can compare to those 3 interviews this year? You want me to keep going with interviews? I got clips. You know what I'm saying? But I would have organized the interview with Earl. No bullshit. With his mom. I would have had pictures of him and his daughters in the background. I would have framed that shit. I would have interviewed Earl, and then the next set I would have brought in the parents, and then the third set I would have had his daughters and all that. I would have cut the pictures of him playing with his kids. I would have brought the parents in, and the impact and the importance of faith, how important God is. It would have been a well-produced segment. It would have been a good, strong 10 to 15 minute segment that highlighted the truth, you know, and it would have answered the questions that y'all wanted, but it would have been done with taste. You know what I mean? And people say, oh, Fred, you just do that because I would have did the same thing for Terrence Crawford. And when, I'm going to tell you, when and if I ever have a private conversation with Terrence Crawford, he's going to respect the shit out of me, because I'm going to show him what I got in my email that I never, ever discuss. Ever discuss about Terrence Crawford and his private life. Never discussed it. Not one day on this channel have I ever discussed Terrence Crawford's private life. Never. And I never will bring that shit up. I had a lawyer, swear to God, I had a lawyer email me about Terrence Crawford, wanted to do a hit piece on Terrence Crawford. I said, no, I'm not interested in that shit. And when I show Terrence Crawford this, he gonna be like, yeah, you a real nigga from that perspective. But I disagree and still want to fuck you up for ever what you say about me, and I get that too. But at the end of the day, I thought this shit was disgusting, man. I thought it was disgusting and distasteful, man. I would have made this, they should have did this shit in Earl Spence' home, where the background is the pictures of him graduating from high school, or playing football at DeSoto High School with Von Miller, or I would have did a tribute. The lead into this segment would have been a tribute from the Andre Bertos, the Deontay Wilders, and everyone at PBC that wished him well. You understand what I'm saying? Earl Spence is the second most important piece in PBC right now. Deontay Wilder being number 1. And yet they do this? He hasn't spoken to nobody. He hasn't spoken to nobody, and they do this shit? I knew Earl was good the whole time. Like, I knew, like, he had some healing to occur, you know? And I'm glad. I had direct contact with Earl. And I don't know what he's going through, but I respected it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and people say, oh, Fred, you're clamoring for an Earl Spence interview. No, I'm not. I can get that. What are you talking about? Because I can hear the haters brand. No. I never called Earl, asked him for an interview. I called him and told him I'm praying for him. That's it. That's all I cared about. If I was dying to see Earl, I could have spent a couple of minutes with him tonight, and he and I would have spoken. I chose not to. That's not that important to me. What's more important is his story moving forward. I thought Fox is a $1 billion company. Fox is a fucking $1 billion company. And the guy that represented them tonight told Earl Spence to drive safe. He mentioned his parents. He mentioned his kids. He could have said, man, God is amazing. God, he could have ended the segment, man. Divine intervention is amazing, Earl. It's just a blessing that you're still here and able to be a father and a son. This should have been his lead-in. He didn't even know, Brian Kenny didn't even know that Jermell Charlo and him have the same trainer. He didn't even know that tonight. He had no clue. Brian Kenny should have said, it's amazing. He should have ended with this, man. It's just a beautiful thing when divine intervention, or if he allowed to talk about God on live TV, it's just amazing, the power of God. How you're still sitting here able to be a father to your kids and a son to your parents. And in your spare time, in the spare time that you have, be a trailblazer or an ambassador for the sport of boxing, and give fans the truth, and give fans in your part-time Earl the Truth Spence. And we thank you. And just like other miracles that I've seen, like Sully landing that plane in the Hudson River, you are an absolute miracle right now. And I'm thank you. And I would have ended the interview with a hug, not a handshake. Remember, you're reselling Earl back to the public. I would have hugged Earl. I wouldn't have shook his hand. I would have said, thank you, man. Thank you for the opportunity. I would have been gracious. Because I would have framed it for him. I would have framed it for him. Like, that's common nature. Anyways, man. We got to keep fighting, y'all. That's all I'm going to say. Keep fighting. Shout out to Reggie Owens, man. I saw your video. I was burning when I just saw. Because I saw your video first, Reg, and I was like, damn, dog, I got to go listen to this shit, dog. And I finally got a hold to it, and I'm about to get out of here. And, but yeah, man. Disgusting. 12 more minutes, and I'm out. But it's just flat out disgusting, man. Anyways, man, I'm going to come back and do a video on this. Brian Kenny, you're disgusting, man. You're a disgusting man. Disgusting. I'm disappointed. No, I'm not disappointed, because whenever they get a chance to do something on the sly, they're going to do it. He told the man, drive safe. He told the man to drive safe. And you know, the haters on me, haha, that's the right thing to say. That's the right thing to say. Okay. How about if someone highlighted your wrongs like that on national TV? You know, call a spade a spade. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Anyways, man. Barbershop Conversations, man. I'm going to rest for like 10 minutes before I got to get out of here. Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We going in on this. My videos may be lower tomorrow. I got Lincoln's recital tomorrow. I'm so proud of my son, man. Man, he's becoming a young maestro on that piano, man. I'm so proud of him. He has a second recital tomorrow. You know what I mean? He's going to start taking voice lessons soon. You know what I mean? And it's just a beautiful thing. And you said, why did I say that? Because I would have framed it just like that for Earl. Oh, my daughters are playing soccer now, and you know, it's a beautiful thing, and you know what I mean? You know, that's what I would have did. That's what that would have been. And then I would have cut to a clip of him on the soccer field watching his daughters play soccer. Simple. Simple. They showed the car crash and didn't show him with his kids. They showed the car crash but didn't show him with his parents. That's all I'm going to say, man. Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. And I'm going to keep it real. For those of you who don't know, I was the first person to report that video of the car crash. I took that video down in 4 minutes. That video in 4 minutes got 700 views. And I took it down from my channel. And I said, I don't want this energy on my channel because I'm praying for Earl. And I took the video down. I said, no, I don't. That would have been a million hit. That would have been low end. Let's be safe, because I was the first person to do it that I saw on YouTube. Easily 100. I got 700 views in 4 minutes. That I would have made probably $1,000 on that video. I took it down. Easily, I would have made $1,000 off of that. Easily $1,000. No lie, guys, because of how hot Earl was at that time and how everyone was just clamoring for information. And everyone in the boxing world knows by this time, like, I'm not Earl's next of kin or best friend, but I know his circle of influence, and anyways, man, it's long story short, I took the video down. I didn't care about making the AdSense. I didn't want that energy on my page. I says, no way. Go to someone else's page and watch it. And I'm not calling them AdSense whores or view whores. I'm just saying I didn't want that on my page. So I took it down. In 4 minutes, that video got over 700 views. Imagine what it would have got done in 8 minutes. Anyhow, man. Barbershop conversations, man. Brian Kenny. Is his name Brian Kenny? Disgusting. Disgusting. You did the same thing to Floyd. Drive safe.